happy birthday to me. I was just reminiscing over the past couple of years of my life and some of the things I wish I'd known when I was younger, basically. So here's 25 things on my 25th birthday that I wish I'd known when I was a bit younger. Editing Terry here. I don't know if that was actually 25 things because it was all a bit jumbled up when I was adding it to the editing software. Can you count for me? Leave a comment with the actual number of ones that I said, because I think it was 25. But you know when you're like listening back to your voice and you're kind of like, oh, I don't like listening back to my voice. That's how I was kind of getting, so I wasn't like counting. I was just making sure everything flowed correctly and looked all right. But yeah, let me know how many I actually said so that I can then fill in the gaps in the comments. Quit that job. There are a few jobs where you've been happy when you started and quickly noticed a decline in your mental well-being. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Quit it, there will be better. I'm currently in a job that I really, really like, and that's because I quit that job. And my next point is, don't be ashamed of the things that you love. I hid away my love for K-pop for so long just because I didn't feel like the people around me would have appreciated it or like would have let me live with that being a part of my story. Like, I remember once before someone knew that I like K-pop, they were like talking about, oh yeah, those Asian people like you know, that K-pop stuff. You have to be so weird to like K-pop, and I was just sat there like, okay. But honestly, that's their issue. That's not your issue. Don't be afraid to love the things that you love, and don't be afraid to love them loudly. Which brings me to another point. Don't be afraid to be loud and take up space. I would not be where I am on TikTok if I wasn't outspoken, if I didn't talk up, if I didn't take up space. And because of that, I've been offered so many amazing opportunities in my lifetime. Just in the past year, from 24 to 25, it's been incredible. And I hope that 25 to 26 to 27 to 28 to 29 to 30 is just that next level. Honestly, one of my goals is to visit Korea. Heck, one of my goals is to be flown out to Korea by a Korean makeup brand or Korean skincare brand being like, hey, come to Korea, we've got a new opening, do you want to like come film? And then I'll be like, oh my god, yes, bestie, I will be there. That's my goal. But yeah, don't be afraid to be loud and take up space. Next is that retail therapy is a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. Like, girl maths is a myth. That's real money that you're using up in girl maths. It doesn't come back. Well, it does come back, but it doesn't come back like the next day. But yeah, retail therapy is a myth. What you need is a solid group of friends, which I now have, who encourage you to be the best version of yourself and actually do stuff with you, so that you're getting that serotonin boost, not through opening a bag and putting out some clothes, but through actually being around people that love you and care about you. Back. This one's hard to admit. Hollister is actually pretty good. All them kids that were walking around school with their little Hollister bag and their Hollister body mist, I used to scoff at them being like, they're so Americanized. I love Hollister now. I go to Hollister pretty much like once a month. I only wear Hollister jeans. Oh, they were right. They were right. And another thing that I need to admit, an iPad did solve all my issues. It changed me as a human being. I have never been so good of a person than when I owned an iPad. I don't currently own an iPad because I gave it to my mum because she wanted an iPad and she didn't have enough money to buy one, and I didn't have enough money to buy her one, so I just gave her mine. And yeah, having that iPad for like 3 years, I was the most productive I've ever been in my life. So yeah, get that iPad, girl, and I will be trying to get a new one soon. Next point is make sure you take the break. Like, take your breaks, not just in the sense of don't work through lunch, take a break. I mean, if you're starting to feel burnt out, because burnout is real, that's another point. Burnout is real and it's just as bad as depression. I had some gnarly depression when I was younger, and when I started to feel burnt out, I was like, oh, it's pretty much the same thing. Avoid burnout. But yeah, take your breaks, whether that's using up your annual leave just for like a few days just to take for yourself. Use it, do it, take a break, ask for help if you need it. It's necessary, it's good, it's unavoidable. Another thing is, you don't need that master's, girl. I'm saying that personally to me when I was younger, because I always thought, get my bachelor's, get my master's, enter the workforce. I didn't need that master's. I'm doing perfectly fine without it. In fact, I'm in a field that I really enjoy. I also have my little business, my Indigo Jams, which I love. I did all of that without a master's. I grew this platform without a master's. Real life experience kind of trumps education in some fields anyway. So yeah, you don't need that master's. Well, I didn't anyway. My next point is that manifesting is real. You can speak into existence what you want from life. I remember at Christmas last year, I said to myself, I want 5,000 followers by my birthday. And guess what? I have 5,000 followers and more by my birthday. Not on here, not on YouTube. Unless you're watching this on TikTok, then I do have it on TikTok. But yes, combined, I have quite more than 5,000 followers. And yes, it's manifesting is real. My next goal is 10k on TikTok, maybe like 1,000 on YouTube and 1,000 on Instagram. But we're working towards that. We need to stop neglecting other platforms just because TikTok is quick. We need to stop neglecting platforms. We need to start investing in the others and, you know, setting myself up for success. But although manifesting and speaking your truth into existence is real, it cannot be done without God behind your back. As an anti-One Direction girl, it pains me to say number 15. Now that I'm older, now that I'm not 15, I realise One Direction isn't actually all that bad. I actually quite like some of their songs. That was a hard one to admit. Next is that quite a few of your best friends and worst enemies will come from the internet. Take that as you will. Next point is one that currently also needs to kind of listen to, but stop comparing yourself to your classmates. They were getting drunk at 16 at parties you were not invited to, and you're an influencer getting PR from South Korea and meeting amazing people and going to concerts all the time and just being a general cool person at 25. As someone who lives in PJs, I say dress for the day you want. I'm currently in Arctic Monkeys t-shirt and then just like PJ shorts, so I'm not dressing for the day I want. I'm dressing for, well, I am dressing for the day I want. I'm very comfortable. I'm having a very comfortable day on my birthday, but dress for the day that you want, because yeah, it will dictate how your day goes. And yeah, me personally, I have a massive overflowing wardrobe and chest of drawers. I have so many clothes. I cannot be just in t-shirts and pyjama trousers all the time. So yeah, that's also a call to action to myself to wear more of my clothes. Right, next thing is that you do not need to know everything about everything. You can know a little bit about a lot of things, or a lot about a little amount of things. I'm trying to brush up on my K-pop, but it's such an ever-evolving industry. There's always a new group coming out. There's always a comeback. Some of these things I just don't need to know about. Like, let's see, if it's my alt group, I'm going to try and keep up, but yeah. Although with Indigo Jams, I do have to kind of be a bit more on it, but like, the controversies, if the controversy makes its way to me, I'm going to read up on it. If it doesn't make its way to me, I don't think I care that much, unless it's like something really, really bad, and then someone tells me like a bit after, like, did you not hear about this thing? Then I'm going to read up on it, but I'm not out there actively looking for all this information. If it comes to me and it grabs me, I'll then look into it and make a little video about it. But yeah, I don't need to know about someone having like the wrong head eye or like a nose job. I don't care. I think I still need to get to grips with, do not let keyboard warriors get to you, because they are sad little individuals and your time is worth more than what they have to offer you. Yeah. The amount of times I've just been like minding my own business and someone will comment on a post that I posted like 6 months ago that suddenly turned up on my For You page being like, you're so ignorant and you're so dumb and just because you're black that you don't know anything. Girl, this issue has been wrapped and resolved. I have not thought about this issue in 6 months and you're bringing it up by being racist and rude. Like, keyboard warriors are just another breed, and honestly, I just try and let that brush off my shoulder because they must be going through stuff at home. Like, what can compel someone to just be so full of vitriol and rage over people that don't know you? A comment, which most of the things I say I think are very like general takes. Like, I'm never trying to be like, hot take, this thing just happened and this is my thoughts. The thoughts I have tend to be ones that people agree with, so I don't understand where some of this hate comes from. Like, yeah, just ignore them. Something I'd like to tell myself is that my person is out there. Yeah, your person is out there, you just haven't found them yet. But delete the dating apps because you're not going to find them there. We're past that point. Like, everyone that I've met who's met their partner on a dating app, met them ages ago, or they got lucky. They got super lucky, because every time I meet someone on a dating app, I get ghosted, or they end up being the scum of the earth for some reason, and I'm like, why are you attracted to me? Right, my next point is that taking a responsibility can be hard, but as an adult now, you have to do it. If you mess up, you're gonna own up to it. Like, obviously that's something you get taught as a child, but you know, when you're a bit younger, you can kind of skirt around it and be like, oh, I didn't know, or all this or that. But when you're reaching 25, 30, 40, if you're walking around saying or doing something that you know is wrong, and then being like, oh, I don't know, I didn't know. Like, oh my God. So recently there was that video by The National going around people at the Chris Brown concert, basically asking him, did you know about this charge he has? Do you know about this person he beat? Do you know about this? And half these women were like, oh no, he did what? I didn't know. You didn't know he beat Rihanna? I knew he beat Rihanna. I was like 8 at the time and I knew he beat Rihanna. Like, some people have no morals, and that's part of taking the responsibility, standing up for your morals, kind of owning up, like being that bigger person. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna get real good at it. Anyway, the next point is, I just love finding small artists, because not in like the hipster, I knew them before they were famous, but also a little bit because obviously I started up my magazine Replay, and it's kind of grown a little bit since then, to the point where we're interviewing like artists, established ones as well, but I found it was like a really cool way to kind of get more people like thinking about smaller artists. Like the whole indie buzz section, although people think about indie as a music genre, I wanted it to be like small independent artists. Every now and then I'll do an interview, every now and then I will write a review, just where when I started it was kind of like this release from a job I hated, so I was constantly writing for it because it was the only thing that got me through the day. Now I think life has set us a bit, I try and do like a post a week, like 2-3 posts a week, just in my spare time where I'm not doing stuff for Indigo Jams or for actual work. But when I've got time, if I listen to a new album, I'll write a review. If I find an artist I like, I'll order their EP or something. But yeah, I think it's just a passion of mine now, like to discover new artists. Kind of circling back, my next point is about friendships. So I want to tell younger me, you have a solid group of friends now. You have a group of people that are your people. When I was younger, context, I used to kind of skip through friendship groups where I'd be like friends with 1 or 2 people in a bigger group. So then if I had an agreement with like the alpha of the group, I'm out. And this happens so many times, it's actually ridiculous. Also, if you're not able to call out your friends for doing something weird, you're not real friends. If you call out your friend and they don't take a moment to look at themselves and be like, yeah, why did I do that? Then that's not a good person, you know? And my last but not least point is, concerts are great, but you don't need to go broke to go to them. And this kind of stemmed from a thing where I was literally going to like a concert a month last year, and this year I've had quite a few, but not as frequent. Like July's going to be a busy one because I just had Lana Del Rey. I had SM Town, which is kind of a bit more spontaneous. So SM Town on the Saturday, Lana Del Rey on the Thursday. Now I've got a bit of a break, but then I've got Stray Kids in a few weeks. And then Jin the week, like 2 weeks after that, and then Enhypen like 2 weeks after that. Summer's a bit busier, but I kind of justified it as like birthday. But yeah, those are 25 things I've learned in my 25 years of being alive that I wish I knew when I was younger, before I hit 25. Thanks for watching this video. Peace out.